Welcome to the Dice Tower, a video podcast about board games and the people who play them. This is a special episode of the Dice Tower in which Tom and Melody Vasel talk about their top 100 games. And now, here are your hosts, Tom, Melody, and Holly Vasel.
Welcome to the Dice Tower! Hi, I'm Melody, and welcome to the Dice Tower! We're going to talk about more of our 100 games. They're delicious! I like this game because this is memory and noises.
Right, this game is memory match, but only one person plays at a time. So let's pretend that I'm playing the game. I would put the cards face up in front of me, and I'm trying to find matches as fast as I can. So I put all the cards. There's not too many cards in front of me, and there's two pairs of each card in there. So I will lift up a card up, and I won't show it to me. I'll just show it to everyone else, and they'll make the noise of whatever's on that card.
Ding, 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 ding.
So then I pick up another card. Alright, obviously it's not a match, so then Melody would give me one of the hearing cards. I don't want points. The hearing card has a frog in its ear. So I turn over another card.
Meow.
And another card. Okay, and that's still not a match, so I get another one. Let's hope I get a match. This one. Hooray! Oh, it was a cats! Go figure. And this is a game that, even though one person is looking for the matches and trying to get all the matches as fast as they can, everybody else has fun because they're making sounds. And it's fun to try to make the different sounds. Little kids especially are going to enjoy this game. Melody, why do you like it so much?
Because you're making noises instead of just matching.
Alright, Holly, what does a dog say?
Woof, woof.
Thieves is a game about finding treasure. And of course there's lots of games about finding treasure, but in this one, the reason it's so high on my list here, and the reason I've had it on my list for a while, is because it feels like you're finding treasure. When you look for treasure, you dig in the bag, and what kind of treasure will you get? Let's see what Holly got. A treasure worth 3, and a treasure that's nothing. But, oh well, here's a treasure that's better than both of those. Alright, but what you're doing as you go through the game is you're looking for treasure. As treasure gets depleted, it gets harder and harder to find. But at the same time, if you rush out too early, you don't get to dig very much. And the game has luck galore! And yet it's still fantastically fun because, I don't know, that digging, some people hate it.
Yeah.
I played it with people who cannot stand the luck of the draw. And in this instance, it's really the luck of the draw. But to me, it just makes the game so much fascinatingly fun. It's like a racing game hunting for treasure. Definitely makes my top 100 easy.
I like this game because you're making donkeys poop.
Holly, do you like this game?
Yeah!
This is Holly's favorite game, Los Mampos. We have the Korean version, but we don't really call it Los Mampos around here. We call it the pooping game because that's what it's all about. Inside the game are several donkeys. It shows a close-up of one of the donkeys. And as the game progresses, you will be feeding these donkeys. Go ahead and give them some food, Holly. Each of the donkeys, you can see, has an open slot in its mouth. And so you can be putting food into that donkey. Go ahead and stick some food in. The food is just these little colored discs, and during the course of the game, players will be putting whatever color discs in that they want. And then at certain points in the game, the donkey is then going to lift its tail and drop all the discs out. But before he does that, players are going to use a little wheel to guess what colors are inside the donkey. Whatever color you pick, that's what you get to keep. Unless two people pick it, then you split however many are in the donkey. And so there's actually a pretty strategic element to the game. Has some memory, remembering what colors are in the donkeys, and then beyond that, trying to be the person who gets, as many as they can. If there's a lot of red, are you going to get all the red? And besides, the visual effect kids think is hilarious, and well, let's be honest, so do adults. Alrighty, so this is Los Mampos, a game I really enjoy, and my kids ask to play it all the time. Boy, I'm having so much fun now. I really enjoy it once I get to these top 50 games because these are all games I love. Kingsburg made the list last year. Had it not made the list last year, you would have seen it because now I have the expansion, which has the much bigger boards of houses, and there's so much variety in this game. What I love about Kingsburg is it's all about rolling dice and then using what the numbers you roll to get resources to build things. And it sounds like it might become repetitive, and yet I've played this game so many times. It works well with 2 players, it works well with 3, 4. It's just one of those games that just seems to run so smoothly. There's some interaction, and it's kind of fun to watch what everyone else does. And when the enemy attacks at the end of every year, do you have enough soldiers? This is a neat game. The expansion adds a ton of variety, and I easily see it staying on my top 100 for a long time.
Because you're making clothes for sheep.
Yeah, normally the sheep are the ones who are giving us the clothing, but this game gives each player a large board, and players are going to be taking a card, and this card is showing them how to build their sheep. And then they'll be doing that by putting down a block at a time. So say, for example, this sheep here, you can see that its sleeve is a solid yellow block. They can either put a yellow block or they can put 2 of these. It's really a game of matching colors. The game itself, in my opinion, really isn't here, but it's the fact that you can put down whatever the color shapes is. You can actually use it as a toy, give it to kids, and have them put down the blocks on the sheep to match the pattern, or you can play as a game trying to match your pattern as quickly as you can, and you'll do that by rolling dice, and that dice will tell you how many and of what color you can put onto your sheep. So you got to try and be the most economical as you build the sweater for your lamb. Lots of fun, and everyone has fun because they're building the sheep. Right, guys?
Yeah.
All right. What are you?
A ghost.
A ghost. All right. Well, that makes sense because the next story, new to the list this year, is Ghost Stories. Ghost Stories is a cooperative game in which players are sitting in this town defending against wave after wave after wave of ghosts that just keep attacking and attacking and attacking, and it is hard. It seems like I lose every time we're playing on normal level, whatever. And it's just the whole idea of defending yourself against ghosts and working together. It's one of the few pure cooperative games in existence. Has a little plastic ghost, some of the best artwork of any game, although it might be so good that it's scary to kids. But I'll tell you, it's simple to play, hard to win. It just gives a very satisfying victory when we win, and then we say, the ghosts, we gotcha! We win, not the ghosts.
Yeah! All done. Well, see you at the next 3 games of our top 100 games. See you next time.
Until then, I'm Tom Vasel.
I'm Melody. And I'm Holly. See you next time.
Thanks for joining us today. For more written, audio, and video reviews, as well as the #1 board game podcast, check out the website at www.thedicetower.com. Until then, this is Eric Summerer, and you've been watching The Dice Tower.